FM コザをお聞きの皆様、こんばんは。この時間は私たちの番組ザ・ヒートをお届けしていきます。ザ・ヒートでは恋愛観や男女の違いなどを中心にトークを繰り広げていく内容となっております。放送はすべて英語。トークに関しましては少々過激なコメント欄や男女の違いなどを中心にトークを繰り広げていく内容となっております。放送はすべて英語。トークに関しましては少々過激なコメントがございますが、何卒ご理解のほどよろしくお願いいたします。それではお待たせしました。ザ・ヒート、最後まで存分にお楽しみください。Good evening, everybody. The talk show The Heat will be on air for next 1 hour, 7 to 8 p.m. We'll be talking about sex, love, and relationships. Radical comments and extreme topic might be discussed, but we hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.
What is going on? Welcome to the Heat 76.1 Koza. It's your girl, Jen.
It's your boy, Will Make It.
DJ M.
Kun Takashi.
And Losa.
Hey.
I think that was the first successful time.
Yes, it was. I was just thinking
Somebody's
that.
talking over somebody. They're like,
Oh, that's amazing. I'm glad I could be a part of that.
It took a damn year, though.
It took a year.
real.
It took a year.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
did.
That's
It took a year. Speaking of a year.
Yeah, I like the way you did that. I like that. I was about to say that, but I was like, she read my mind.
Beautiful.
It's not even there
Better
yet.
every day.
We have our year anniversary for the Heat 76.1. It's going to be at Remy's on June 9th. I really want to see your wonderful, lovely faces and the people who listen and come through and just celebrate with us and have a good night. We'll have food and performances and great DJs and music and stuff like that. It's just a celebration. You know, it really is a milestone. You know, we've been around for a year. That's really great.
Right.
We've a lot of growth,
Yeah.
a lot of different
We just
faces,
witnessed that.
changes.
Comparing like
So
I like it.
she likes it deep.
M likes it deep.
Clearly.
Real
deep.
And to intro that, I'd like to play a little song.
Ooh.
The song is by yours truly.
It's your song?
This is my song.
Oh shit.
This is the final.
Okay.
This is the like. This is kind of what we came up with. But this song is the intro to what we're going to talk about. I thought it was a great way to intro to our conversation today because it kind of talks about that kind of back and forth that can happen with distance or careers or whatever the situation may be. So it's called Star-Crossed. It's by me and Rich. Go ahead, DJ M.
Picture the music video.
day.
Everything that we've become, everything comes to an
Very emotional.
Bro, are
That's
we
the
live?
song.
We still live?
Yeah.
It's deep over
Oh,
here.
man,
It's really
yo.
deep.
I'm gonna go home.
No,
Go
for
take it
real.
in the
I'm about to write a letter.
Hey, turn the camera so they can see. Will is
Yeah.
in here moved right
Yeah,
No,
now.
I'm
he
being for real.
is.
Now, the one thing I pictured this is of being on a music soundtrack to a movie, you know, and I got some information. Shout out to Furious Labs. He said if you like look up Google music instructors, not music instructors, music influencers for music soundtracks, they actually, you can send in their music, and this I think will be perfect for one of those love
Yep.
songs. Because I'm not that sentimental, but I am because I'm Hispanic, and that thing made me watered my eyes. You know what I mean? Because like it was just, I'm picturing a movie or something happening, and I can relate to it too. So, yo, Jen, you did your thing for real, for real.
Yes,
Thank you.
definitely. Most
I appreciate
definitely.
y'all. I appreciate everybody commenting on it. Thank you. Y'all show me love. But the real premise behind the song that I wanted you to hear was just like the message behind it of just like the concept of like relationships and how you can come into something that you care about somebody and you got everything is good, but then because of circumstance or situation, it just can't work. So the name of that song is actually Star-Crossed because it's kind of like the whole concept of like these two people that, you know, yeah, it might be great and wonderful, but in reality, you know, will it be, you know what I mean, as lasting as you think, or do you have to be realistic and just kind of cut, you know, your losses and cut the ties? So I wanted to get you guys you know, I figured this could be a really good discussion because I feel like we've all had relationships in the military, are in relationship with people in the military, not even military, but even just like being overseas in Okinawa, people back home, or vice versa, me being from Japan and, you know, people in the States or whatever. You know what I mean? So I just want to kind of get a gauge for like how you guys feel about just the whole thing of just being here and being in a relationship, knowing that maybe you're not going to stay. So in my case, I've been in Japan for a long time. So typically, like, I'm the one who always gets left in relationships. Like, because people are in the military, I usually date people in the military just because, I mean, high number of people are in the military.
It's hard because when they leave, they start a new things. They get, you know, for a while they're busy. But we, you know, left out here. We just say nothing changed, but he's not here. And it just sucks. Everywhere you go, you kind of picture him. Oh, we've been here, we've done it. It's just like all the memories are throughout the island. It just, everywhere you go, you just see him. And it just sucks. Like, it really does. So.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the mood down.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna cry. But yeah,
I think it just makes you understand that things don't always last forever, and you kind of got to put your bond that you have to the test.
Right.
For example, I'm in a relationship, and JPCS is like probably in August, and I didn't think that I would have any kind of feeling for anybody, you know, that close to them leaving and me knowing that, and it's just, you know. It's just developed into something that I wasn't really ready for. But you kind of have to come to terms with it, you know? And then if you have that really strong relationship like we do and we communicate, we could make it work. You know, I've tried long distance before and I absolutely suck at it. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with that. But, you know, it's just certain people that you would give an effort and try for. So,
true.
Yeah. It just makes you kind of grow up and put on big boy pants, you know?
Right.
Dealing with
Yeah.
absence and loss and
Realizing what you can invest in, how much time you invest in
Exactly.
stuff. And like one thing I had a conversation earlier about is like, you know, prior relationships and stuff like that, you tell someone you love them and you're in love with them, but when it ends and you say to the next person, is it real? You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you said it before, so how do you know? Can you compare apples and oranges? You know,
Right.
So like you said, you were in love with this person. How can you say you're in love with this other person? Is it gonna end? Because you didn't know that was gonna end prior. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this song is crazy. Like I had goosebumps, man. For real, it gave me goosebumps. It gave me goosebumps. For real.
Will's not playing. Yo.
Oh man, I want this song, yo. I want this like right now. Is it on Spotify?
Not yet.
You know who to hit up? Put that on Spotify.
This is just her and Rich. You said
Yeah,
expressing their art, and it's really
Yeah.
it's not released to the public, really, right?
No, you getting
Y'all just got a
private.
sneak peek, so y'all
Yeah,
should go special
exclusive.
to the show.
That's the heat exclusive right there.
I'm planning on doing a video, some visuals first before.
Sorry,
I
can
actually
we
drop.
side note, please?
I don't think. I'm
they-
sorry.
yeah.
I don't think everybody. All right, Anonymous is in the building.
If you're in the car right now and you're listening to the Heat 76.1 Koza and you wonder why there's one cast member that sounds a little muffled,
Yeah,
I wish you could see he's wearing a mask right now. I'm not sure what
He's
kind
wearing
of mask
the anonymous
it is, really.
mask.
I'm doing that.
Jabberwockies.
Look, I'm
No,
doing
V-
that.
V for Vendetta.
Oh, V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Look, I'm doing that to
Anonymous-
protect
well,
everybody
Anonymous
else in the
used that too,
room.
but it's V
Protect-
for Vendetta.
What are you protecting?
What are you
I'm
yourself?
protecting everybody else in the room from getting sick.
Oh,
Contagious.
so why don't you
Yeah.
just put on one of the regular
No,
masks?
Because there's still a hole in the mouthpiece, so you're just like focusing and concentrating
funneling
your
it on the
germs.
microphone.
me.
No, onto the microphone.
Yo, guys,
Rosa.
remember, we're
No,
not
to
using
the
the green
microphone,
mic.
yo.
The green mic is contagious right now.
It's only to the
It's
microphone.
been contaminated.
It's contaminated.
Great.
See, I have
Thank
no-
you.
I have nothing for my nose.
But now you're getting all that moisture.
Now
from
you're
the
about to start
plastic.
leaking through the mask. You know
No, I'm not
You
even
guys can
leaking.
Stop. This
Yes.
is
No,
really
a
trying
stuffy
to get with
nose.
the
Sorry,
system.
I just
song,
wanted
Jen.
to share that with y'all.
Anyways, I'm just throwing it out there.
So Trav says hello.
Oh.
Trav.
Always,
hi.
alwais.
Tell Anna said hi.
Everybody-
message.
Everybody should comment, get well soon, Chris or King Takashi.
King Takashi. Yeah, no, I mean relationships are crazy. So, you know, I think that
Crazy.
do another one.
Oh, Jenny. What's up, Jenny?
I
my
think
homie, yo.
that being in Okinawa has been like a crazy roller coaster ride. Like, so
Yeah,
if you
it
guys
is.
didn't know, I'm leaving soon. So I and myself have been like yesterday I was supposed to like go out and stuff like that. And I think yesterday was like the last day of work, my actual working day. And you know, I
Did
go
you
on
cry?
leave. I did cry.
Damn it,
On the way home, I was like,
Jen. I knew it.
oh my God, I'm leaving. So I got really, really emotional. Well, no, we're just talking about relationships and just the concept of, you know, being overseas and being in a relationship here, dealing with whether it be military, I mean, civilians, being that they're not like, if you don't have a permanent visa, you have a time limit on how long maybe you stay and stuff like that. So people are coming, going, and constantly like, you know, and like I said, I used to live in mainland Japan for like 20 years. So been in plenty of relationships where it's like, oh, they got 6 months. It's okay. We can do this. We can have a great relationship.
All right. Let's not make this such a downer. All right.
It's not a
this
downer.
island is
It's
such a
not a
great
downer.
mixing pot. You know,
It is. It's not a downer.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
just
trying to
feel
make
like
it
the
seem.
vibe was like, oh, we got to deal with loss. You know.
No. It's a gain because you grow as a person and an individual. Because from these relationships, I grew as different type of love in every situation I was in. Not anybody have I ever felt the same way towards. But I mean, I'm just saying that like you do have to deal with the concept of like goodbye a lot sooner than if we grew up in some, you know, town. Like if let's say I was here in Japan and they were Japanese or whatever, and they're here. And then they're not going anywhere. They're from here. They're staying here. So we have maybe the option of like having a longer, you know, relationship or whatever the case may be. Even in the States, you know, like the small town you grow up or whatever. You stay in the same city, town forever. You're with the same person. You can, you know, you don't have to worry about the leaving part. You may deal with issues in the relationship, but the leaving part is maybe some people don't know that.
It's just like
as well.
a rush towards something. Like if you're permanent, like I'm local here, and if you're local, if we're together, I don't really have to worry about, oh, where we're going with this kind of stuff. But because to know, like somehow, some way, sometime you leave, and I was like, are you in this relationship for real, or you're just want a
Passing the time?
girlfriend? Yeah, because
While
of
you're
why
here.
you're here.
Right.
It's like that brings a question. It's like I want to be with you, but it's kind of hard to picture
It's-
the long.
Right.
know?
It's like, it's just for here.
yeah.
I feel you. Because you're kind of like get to the thing like, okay, do you see a relationship beyond Japan? Or is it like, oh man, she's great for here.
Yeah.
Like she's so wonderful here. You know what I mean? So it's not even like you don't even get considered as like a person in the world. It's just here.
So it's like, you know, brings out the question, but we don't really want to ask in the beginning because it's kind of pressure. But if you're permanent here, then we can like, as it goes, we'll see how it goes kind of stuff. But, you know, people leave and it's just like, I don't want to rush the question, but it always there's in mind that I'm going to picture myself with this person. I would love to, but is he?
Right.
But, you know, I don't really want to
Or is it just temporary? If in his mind, is he going to it temporarily?
Yeah.
Because I think that happens a lot where it's like, oh, she's great here. Like, I'm here only for a couple years. She'd be great to pass the time with. And then when it comes to them leaving, then it becomes like, you get left behind because for whatever circumstance, or you have plans to make it continue beyond, you know what I mean? But then life happens and then it's like, oh, yeah, it was great, but
there's a 1%.
Going on here.
There's a very fine 1% that I know.
Yeah,
I
met on
believe it
Tinder.
too.
Yeah.
You know, dated for 3 months,
Yeah.
married, and
Yeah.
made a year anniversary like 2 months ago. So the fairy tale thing is for real. It happens, but.
Yeah. It's
There-
gonna
there-
hold out.
there is
Yeah.
always-
So everybody
Yeah.
get a Tinder.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that what you don't expect can happen.
Yeah,
Don't sleep on it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So get a Tinder.
Or a
Shit,
Bumble,
what-
or what is
send
it
me the
now?
link.
There's some other.
I
stuff.
don't know because okay,
I haven't been on it. in a while.
backstory. So Loso and his
Why?
friends,
Why?
because it's funny. Losa and his friends actually got me to get a Tinder for the first time because they were on Tinder like before. This was like 2 years ago, year and a half
Yeah,
ago.
It was 2016. It
Or
was.
is
it?
It was
Was it?
2016. It was before we went for the New Year's up at.
Oh
It
no,
was-
it was that was when I got it. It was New Year's. Okay, so they were on Tinder all the time
in 2016.
in 2016, and I would be like, "What are you guys doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we're on
Looking through
Tinder,
these
looking through."
females.
I'm like, what's Tinder? I mean, I knew what Tinder was, but I didn't know how it worked because I didn't have it. So they're like, "Oh, well, you get on here and you swipe, if you like them, and then you can super like, and then if you want to
Yeah, the
get a
whole
paid
class.
subscription, you can do that, and you can have like international, like you can have Tinder wherever you go and pick a city." Okay. So I was like, I'm not doing that. And they're like, "Jen, you got to do it because we're all guys, so we don't know how it is." He was like, they're like, "Oh, I bet you have a ton of matches." And I'm like, "What makes you think that?" They're like, "You're a female. Okinawa. You're going to have a ton of matches." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that." And they're like, "No, but you don't have to talk to them. Like, even though you match, you don't have to say anything to them." So I decided 2017 after New Year's, like I think 3 days into, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this Tinder thing. My dating life is kind of weird right now. So let me try it out. So we were sitting in the mall in Rycom and I'm like, "Hey guys, guess what I did?" And they're like, what's up? And I'm like, "I created a Tinder profile." They're like,
Oh,
yeah, they were so excited. They were so excited. And they were like, Terry's commenting because Terry was actually
He
the one who
knows.
grabbed. Yes, he said those were the funniest messages he ever saw. So, because I let them read my messages and how crazy it got. What happened was he asked me, "Did I swipe?" And I was like, "No, I haven't done anything yet because I'm scared to like just do it." So Terry grabs my phone and runs off. And Terry's tall, and he just goes and I can't reach it. So he's got it up in the air, and he's like, "You're not getting it back." And then he just swipes through. I just was like, whatever.
Ooh.
And he just
I
swiped.
remember
He
that.
likes everybody,
Oh.
every person until
You ran
it
out of
ran
lights?
out of lights. The first day I had 75 matches.
Oh man.
And I was like, "Oh my God, guys, what did you guys do?" So now I'm getting messages like, "Hey, what's up? What's going?" And some of them were really weird. One guy was like, "Can I get a massage?" And then I gave him the address to like one of those like massage places. I'm like, "Yeah, come by." But I sent him like a massage address. He was like, "I know that place." I'm not going there. It didn't work. It would have been funnier if it would have been like, "Hey, I'm here. Do you work
Hey,
at the
but
massage place?"
One of those could have been your Mr. Charming, You had 75 people to choose from on day one.
I know. And then I think a week later, it turned into like, I don't know. By the time I stopped,
What, a
it was like-
grand? I feel like you were up.
No.
up in
I stopped
four-digit
when it was at
numbers.
like 300. Like
Oh,
it was
damn.
like at it was
Yo,
it
let
was
me-
like the
Oh,
maybe
I
like
don't even think I have my Tinder, but if I were
the
to
first month.
bring back my Tinder, I had
And I
maybe
just
20
Mhm.
let it go. I was like, man, like this
over
is
the course of a
crazy.
year, I had 20 matches.
But
I was-
shout out to my Tinder dates. I
You
went
had
on a
20?
couple. I went on a couple dates from Tinder. So
Yeah,
shout
I
out
was
to
busy.
them. I went out with people that I wouldn't typically meet in my normal setting, you know. So because I felt like, you know, I'm like, you know what, I would never like really talk to this person. I'm like, sure, let's go have a burger at Jetta Burger.
You're paying.
That's cool. Sure, let's go eat pasta together. So I mean, I did go on a couple dates like with people.
I wish men were in demand like female are. You know,
Yeah, in
As
the
a-
States, it's
yeah.
like that.
You think so?
Yo, I know so. People have told me. And
I've
shown
been
me.
here too
When they
long.
go on TDYs and stuff from here
Yeah.
to like in the States, man, they get matches just like Jen was 75 in the first day.
Wow.
College, remember all the universities and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Military, it's like, oh my God, he's got money. He's got a stable career.
Oh, okay.
Anybody got
You're a
any
hot
funny
commodity
Tinder
these days.
stories online that you guys are watching that you guys don't mind sharing? Let us know. Does anybody have any funny Tinder stories here? Oh, we did have that one. That was really rude. You guys really kind of, I let them take control of my Tinder one time. And the things that they said, you guys sent a video. They told this guy, okay?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The throwing up, what is it? The pool party, the throw up pool party.
You really gonna tell that story?
It was
I was a
disgusting.
different person.
I want to hear this. I want to hear
Let's
this because
not
I
go
see
there.
him disappointed in himself.
I am.
All right, I want to hear this.
There's this video of, it's really disgusting, of girls. Okay, look, I don't judge people. If you like this, you like this, but for me, I don't like it.
You want me to explain the website?
Please, okay, no, explain
Explain
this
the
video
website.
because
The
this is the
website.
video.
I
This
gotta
video.
give the backstory of the website.
backstory.
First. So this website is called Best Shockers. Somebody should comment that. BestShockers.com. Terry put vomit pool party. So-
Vomit pool party.
Yes, Terry put the comment right there. I was gonna
That's
say
what it was
VPP, and they could, you know, for whatever their discretion is, come up with a name. But long story short, this video was about some weird fetish that a guy had for vomit, and he would like put her head in a toilet full of vomit. Well, first they would feed her, mass feed her like hot dogs and rice and all kinds of pizza, whatever.
I feel like
food
this
they
is
had.
Asian.
She would just
Yeah.
eat.
You
It was kind of
You
like,
said hot dogs.
what's the
Okay.
anorexia where they would
Dyslexic?
eat and then-
Anorexic.
Bulimic.
bulimic. Yeah, so that stuff, right? It was pretty much like that. You eat a bunch of food, you start throwing up all over the place, and he was like having sex with her all over the place in it.
Yeah, they were in
And
a
everywhere.
pool.
They
It
were
was
in
like
a-
it was
It
like
was
a
a
kid's
tarp on the
pool.
ground.
Yeah, a tarp
And-
with throw up all over.
what
And she
else
was
did they
like
do?
rolling in the. She was rolling in throw up, and then she was just like, didn't she like? Oh,
Yes.
shoot it out like
They put it They grabbed some of the vomit with a syringe, like a turkey
Oh my
baster or
a
something
turkey
like that,
baster.
and they
Oh
put it
my
in her
God.
vagina, and she like pushed it out like a water gun as just a part of this video.
Okay,
Wow.
so the
They
reason
get
why
the
we're
picture,
talking
right?
about this particular topic is because one of my Tinder matches, they decided, because I use my real face now, so now this guy is walking around like I know what she's really into. You know?
Ah.
So
And I didn't do that. I don't think I was responsible for
yes,
that.
it was.
It was me.
Yes. So
What?
they
Damn.
they told
old Lola.
So they
Topic
grabbed the
mode.
phone and they were like, "Hey," and he was like, "Hey, how are you?" He was a really nice guy. He was like, "Hey, how are you?" I'm
Aw.
Courtney. I'm like, oh, "Okay, well," I'm like, "I stay in America Village," and he was like, "Oh, you want to like hang out sometime, or do you want to like go out to eat?" I know I'd like to take you out to eat or something like that.
Hot
And,
dogs.
and then Losa was like, "Let me get your." I was like, "Man, what are you about to do?" He was like, "Are you gonna go out with him?" I'm like, "Probably not." And he's like, "Give me your phone."
Mhm.
So he
It's
took the
because you
phone.
said you weren't going to go out with him. That's
That is why. That is why.
Okay.
He took the phone and said, "Well, I'll go out with you if you're into this." Sends the link to the video.
Oh shit!
And this dude comes back and's like, "I'm sorry. I'm not into that." And now I'm trying to like save my own, like me as a person before he walks around here thinking like, "Oh, Jen's into some kinky shit."
I was such
Like,
a
oh,
What a
she wants to
vomit.
vomit. Like, if somebody ever came up to me on some like, "Hey, say you like this?" And I'm like, "No."
But that's
But
love.
he was like,
That's love because Jen turned around and said, "Hey, you want to be on the radio?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for you doing that, you probably
This is
wouldn't have
not a
this.
Bash Losa radio show, all right? I was in a dark place a year ago.
Check out
all right?
Losa TV. He got more of those videos.
plug it in, Losa TV. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, so he wrote back and I was like, "Ha ha ha." I try to like turn it around. It wasn't me. Like, I was just joking because there's weirdos on Tinder. And if you were into that, I would have been like, no. He kind of just like, he was like, oh, okay, yeah. So he just got really like distant.
He's like,
He was
so
like,
we're gonna eat and we're gonna bomb it after.
yeah, he was like, yeah, he was kind of. He asked me like one more time, and I was like, you know what? Let me just like let this go because now I'm just trying to explain myself to a stranger. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to justify why I sent this particular video. Like out of everything I could have did,
Oh my god.
and he was just like, no, not really into that. So sorry to you, Tinder guy.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He'd be like, hey, let's go eat pasta, so it's kind of easier to throw up.
right,
Oh my god.
right.
I'm about to
You know?
Can we like
Let's
change
go.
this?
Let's do
I'm gonna
that.
sit the whole eat
Huh.
jerk chicken and like I wonder what this
Sorry
looks
to
like.
all the people in the car listening to this. Sorry to Facebook.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Sorry, Jen.
Sorry.
Sorry.
My
That was
apologies,
old
everybody.
Losa.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That was
old
old
Losa.
Losa.
Old Losa. I
He
know.
was mad. He used
I
to
know
be
you guys
mad.
haven't had any like Tinder, like
Mm-mm.
funny, like.
Not like
I
Tinder
mean, other than
situations.
me matching with somebody and they looked great on Tinder, and then I
Oh.
pulled up and she came outside and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
you
that-
left. Yeah,
Oh,
I did one of those before. That's probably the funniest or most
in here.
mean. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
that's horrible.
Definitely, yeah.
Can you imagine, like, you're like, oh, I'm getting ready for my date, and then you come out, and then the
Okay.
car drives off.
Listen, so no. So you know how I am,
That's some
right? You
fun-
know, I
some
pull
shit
up,
I
I
would
get
do.
out, and I open your door.
Yeah.
But as I was going to get the door, I looked at her and I was like, oh my Jesus.
She
This is
saw
what I-
you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she saw me.
Oh, that's even
She knows who I am. I
Okay.
don't know. I didn't look at her that long. I was just like, that's not what I saw on Tinder. I'm going
Well,
back
that is true.
and minding my business.
We've talked about this plenty of times.
I was
People looking
scared.
different online than
Yeah.
like in
Yeah.
person, like significantly different.
Catfish,
Yeah.
Like catfish. Anybody been catfished before?
I have,
I thought
but
that
I'm
was-
not like that. I
thought
wouldn't.
it was that.
I wouldn't.
thought it was
I
you
wouldn't
guys.
like just let her leave her. You know what I mean? Like I would go on with the date and just let her know with my energy that I'm not feeling her. You know what I mean? Like I'm just
She got my
You know,
energy.
like we'll just eat. We'll just go. You know we
She
went
got
to,
my energy.
we went to eat and I just was like
So you would just eat like
yeah.
eat slowly.
Like with a
or,
friend, with like a friend, like-
look off
And she's like, so what do you do for a living? I work. So what do you want to do after this?
Why
Go home.
deal with that? Why deal with
Yeah,
What
it's
do you
because I don't
do,
want. I'm not
Donald?
like an asshole like that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it.
No,
I'm
no,
just that's just me.
I didn't
No.
say anything to her.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
you left.
Nigga, you skirt.
Does
You
anybody have any
skirted.
catfish stories? Somebody they met and they realized that it wasn't quite the person. Actually, that happens a lot with guys. You know, I think the one thing with some like guys can put on a face with the picture, and then you see them in person, you're like,
Or they smile
Yeah.
and they don't have any teeth or
Well-
something like that.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my
or like
Like-
I call it hat face, or like they always wear hats, and then when they
Ah.
take the hat off, you're like, whoa,
They
who
both-
the hell
Catfishing.
is this person, right? Like I had a guy in Guam I met. I was there when I was like 18 years old. I was in the club. I was 18. My dad was there on work. He brought me with him. And let me see. Does Losa still look the same, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh,
Y'all
he
better
look-
not
he
comment
look
any
better.
disrespectful. I swear on everything. I'm gonna find where you at.
So I was in Guam and like I was in the club and I met this dude and he was like, "Oh, you want to dance?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." And he's like, "Oh, we want to get food after this." Went to Denny's because they got Denny's over there.
They got Denny's?
So I'm like, "All right, cool, we could do that." He took his hat off.
He had no
And
hair.
I was like, it was just not, it just didn't match.
Did you
Like,
make him put it back on?
I was just like, whoa.
It was this dude.
That was a significant. So now, if like, seriously, after that, me and my homegirl would always be like, "Hey, can I see your hat?" You always grab the hat. Or you like, "Hey, can I see your hat?" Or, and then you see their face and you're like, "Okay, we can still continue. We can still continue."
That's funny.
Okay,
We can continue with
Everywhere
this.
go with a hat on. That's crazy. There's some dude that was at Asia yesterday, right? And he had a hat on with braids, and we took it off. He had braids started from the middle of his head back, and I was just like, "Bruh, like what the fuck
Nobody
is wrong
would
with
have
you?"
ever known.
Nah,
What? He took his hat off like
yeah, he
voluntarily.
was dancing or
He
something.
was
Oh,
He
bold.
was dancing or some shit, and like it started from like back here and went backwards, and I was just like, "Bro,
Male pattern baldness.
I
is
like
a
it.
hoe, man.
yeah, man." Like,
Jesus.
but you saw like as soon as he did that, like the girls were just like, "What the hell was this shit?" Like, but with the hat on, the girls were on him. You know what I mean? Like he had like, remember that the group of guys that came with the group of girls, Rika? Well, he came from mainland, I think, and he had a group of girls with him, and he was dancing with them. He took his hat off, and they just like flooded away.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what the hell's wrong with this dude?
Well,
Wow.
Hat face?
hat face.
Hatfish?
I call it hat
Yeah,
fish.
it's hat fishing.
Hat fishing.
No, that's
Gentlemen, have you ever been hat fishing before where you knew you looked better with a hat on, or maybe, I don't know. The point is, if I see you for, like, I like to see you how you are.
Yeah.
So if you look completely different. After I'm like, whoa.
With a hat
Whoa.
That's why me taking my cap off.
Oh, like this one. Look, if you walked up to him, met him like this,
Hell yeah, you go.
and then he took off his mask.
I'm still gonna be the same, bro.
Oh,
shit. I'm still gonna be the
He just
same.
contaminated everybody, guys.
He
Just contaminated. Because he is sick. But yeah, once again, so June 9th is our year anniversary, guys. I'm so excited.
Hell yeah.
69.
Here. Oh,
Oh, 69.
69.
It's so, it's
And
so
of course,
perfect.
Must have
M
been
will
wild.
figure that out.
Me.
Of course,
Speaking
M would.
of 69, no, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Sex, love, and relationship.
Speaking of 69,
That's what's up.
yeah, no.
Must
yes.
have been a while for somebody.
6'9".
6'9". And Tekashi 6'9" is coming.
That's
Nah, I'm just kidding.
That had to be a joke.
It was a joke.
damn, that's cool.
Yeah,
The
so-
Heat 76.1 Sex, Love, and Relationship Show
On 6'9".
6'9".
No shit.
6'9". That
That's
is
so
what it's meant
perfect.
to be.
It is.
And I will be here.
Are we gonna make it a
I
happening
will be
bar?
here. So I'll be leaving like mid-June. I gotta go to Hawaii, but
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm doing a going away party because I know I'm gonna come back to Okinawa. So
Hmm.
I feel like doing a going away party. It's like I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
Right?
So why would no? You're good.
Nah.
We'll do a welcome back party.
Yeah.
How was Hawaii?
Housewarming.
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 So I'm gonna buy a house. And we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll have a
Coming
housewarming
back,
party.
so, you know, it's always like a house.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. I'm getting it.
Yeah,
I'm getting
I mean,
it.
you're
Island
feeling it.
warming party. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking about doing, like a bon voyage, like a safe travel party, like safe travel.
Matane.
Matane. There you go. Matane.
Matane.
I'll see you later party.
Yep.
I'll see you later party.
Matane party.
Yeah, matane party.
That's cool.
All right, everybody, come to Jen's matane,
Matane.
party.
AKA Ato
I'm
Day.
gonna
I
invite-
deserve it.
Yes, Alosa gets an award for the matane
Hell
party.
yes.
I want to see everybody there. Date to be announced because I just came up with this. He just came up with this.
No, Jen.
Yeah.
Just right now.
Matane
Just right now.
party.
Matane party. I'll give you all details.
Do we still have any of those questions that we didn't finish?
Oh,
I don't
We
know.
do.
y'all want
Do we?
to dig
Yeah, we
into
do. We got a lot.
question?
We got like 10
We only got to get like 3 done yesterday, last session, right?
I'm a little scared
You all right?
today. I don't know. I just feel like I'm
Why
gonna
are
say
you
some.
scared? Okay, I
I'm gonna
got.
say some
Okay,
off
so
the
we're gonna
wall
throw
stuff.
a little. We'll throw a question out there.
The videos.
This is to go with what you guys got really quiet.
Yo.
Everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, what is she
What
about
the
to say?"
That's what I'm saying. man.
So, how do you think, as a lover, like?
With my dick.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
wait. You said, how do I think?
He thought that was the question. How do you think as a lover? He's like, with my dick. No. That was good.
You gotta give it to him.
That was good. That was really clever. What kind of lover are you? Like, what you rate yourself?
What are our categories?
Rate
here?
yourself.
Am I a type?
Rosa do everything.
Am
Rate
I need. It
I'm an
depends.
artist.
yourself. Oh,
I'm an artist.
he says he's an artist.
I
He called us
actually
drunk.
like that.
Yeah, I
respect that.
I respect it too.
again.
Yeah.
No,
With
He's
the
a-
mask on.
with
I am with the mask
Mask
on.
up.
Woo!
Molly Percocet.
Nah, they do all that. That's too much.
I can't.
so
that's
apparently,
good.
King Takeshi is an artist as a lover. Like, rate yourself as a lover. Like, how do you?
What are we
think
doing?
You
A
got
scale of
the
1
I
to
know. I
10.
saw a movie like that.
scale?
That's why
Nah,
I'm
just
saying.
I mean, okay. I mean, do you want to scale yourself?
I think I'm great
Oh,
because
okay.
I'll do anything you request. You know, it's like Raheem Devon. You know, I'm gonna serve you up like you're the customer. You know what I'm saying? You remember, you remember that song?
I love that song.
Yeah, it's like that. Customer service. The customer's always right. So if I'm acting in that aspect, then I say, you know, I'm pretty good. I mean,
Okay, this is okay. I have another. I want to
You
like
gotta
because
hear the
you know
remix
what
of it.
we did actually talk about that because we talked about good customer service.
Yeah,
and I
that
think
matters.
I have very good customer service. You have good customer service.
it all
I'm really good
depends though.
customer
Let's
service.
clear this up real quick. It all depends on the importance of you in my life.
Oh, that's true.
If you are just some Joe
A
Schmo,
floozy.
you know,
Jane Blaine.
Jane,
You probably get that
Jane,
McDonald's
whatever you
customer
want,
service.
some random,
Yeah.
you get
McDonald's
whatever I
customer
feel like
service,
giving out
Yeah.
that day. You
You
know?
don't get Japanese customer service.
No, you get a McDonald's
It's
in the
all right.
States.
I'll give her limp
in the
dick.
All
ghetto.
McDonald's in the States. customer service.
No, you,
Ghetto.
what's some bad customer service? You get
Walmart.
No,
Walmart.
Dollar
No.
Tree.
Dollar
Tree.
Tree.
Dollar Tree customer
Do that
Oh
shit.
my god, who has really bad customer service? I think it has to go with McDonald's, man.
Yeah,
Their
McDonald's.
ice cream machine is always broken. It's a
Broken.
inconvenience.
Something's
Bro,
always-
give you that McDonald's love. That's what I'm gonna say.
As she's eating an ice
McDonald's
cream.
United States or
Nope.
McDonald's Japan?
No,
Like, yo,
you,
do
United
do you
States,
give head?
the
No.
ghetto, yo.
No.
I'm telling you.
That's what it is.
It's
She's like,
always
oh,
something.
do you-
Something's always
Do
out
you eat
or
pussy?
broken.
No, the pussy machine's
24
broken today.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
came at the wrong time.
Yeah.
That's- yeah, McDonald's.
He served 24 hours.
Yeah.
See?
Hello.
It's not 24 hours. So
Available
Jeez.
24 hours.
You just rained on my McDonald's. I don't
Right.
like that one. That
I
one's
like-
a good thing.
I
If
think
you're
I-
open 24 hours.
yeah, but
means
that
you're
means
always
the customer
available.
service
Yeah.
is good all the time, though.
Give me some. It's a drive-through. Hell yeah. In and out. That's it.
In-N-Out burger.
In and out burger.
God damn, you guys are good.
Let's go. All right.
On a
I'm
roll.
done. I'm done.
So you're in and out.
So you're
Depending on the
In
day.
and out.
Depending on
Well,
the week.
Fast food.
like the Hilton, like that's the service.
Motel 6.
Okay.
If you're
For
yeah,
somebody you don't like,
Yes.
somebody you do like. Hilton, like as you
like
walk
the
in
Ritz
door,
Carlton,
Ritz-Car-
Oh.
or you
Ritz-Carlton.
know what I'm saying, something like that.
Ritz-Carlton.
You get
You know what?
everything served on a
I-
platter.
Call me the Dorchester of
What's
because
up, man?
Dorchester
I like
is a hotel in London, and when I say their customer service is phenomenal,
Yeah.
Oh.
What kind of
Yeah, right?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
customer service is phenomenal. My customer service is phenomenal. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Crikey.
If you ever been to the Dorchester in London, just enjoy that, and then you think of me.
Wow.
All you out there in
Oh.
Facebook land.
Facebook land.
No, but okay. Question number 2 to end the night. I think this is a good one
He's so quiet.
because you guys got quiet. Okay, what?
Yeah.
like, what are you willing to do?
anything?
That's a low side to everything.
Everything.
He's a doer.
Ask Jay. I'm willing to do any and everything. If you are that
Okay.
important, ain't because what I won't do, somebody else will. And I always,
Vomit too?
I'm down.
Oh my
I'm down
God.
with one with
you
one
the
person.
vomit or she the vomiting?
I mean, I don't
The
really
vomitee?
like- I
How you call it? The
really like-
vomitee? The vomiter?
Vomiter.
The
I
vomitee?
don't care. I'm down. We're gonna have fun. With it. I mean, I may not enjoy it, but you know, I'll try it.
Oh.
I'll try it. I'll try anything.
Oh,
What am I
no.
willing to do?
Oh, no.
I
Just
think I'll
don't
do
try
it.
it. No, you can't. No penetrating me. All right, that's
Yeah.
that's where
There
that's where I draw the line.
Okay, so no penetration directed
On
to you.
my, no,
Okay.
that everything else besides that, I think I can,
One way
I'm
for
safe
you?
to say,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That
one way.
and eating ass.
yeah,
I'm not
that's-
doing that.
I mean, no. I eat ass, bro.
I'm not eating
Let's-
ass.
Let's not.
What's wrong with eating ass?
Oh,
That's what's
Would you eat ass if she just came out the gym though?
Yes, that's one I prefer actually.
What?
Yeah, so it's seasoned.
Yes, it's like a ramen noodles.
I legit. What the fuck?
I
lost my
composure.
I would- now,
Kept going. It
Those-
was so good.
Too much.
That was good.
In my head, I was
That
dying
was so
laughing.
good.
Oh man,
That was so good.
In my head, I was like,
I'm
"Oh,
gonna
you
have
serious?"
to take this
Yeah.
this portion and
So,
save this video.
Arashi's?
I would never come up with something.
you like Arashi booty? Arashi booty.
Kagetsu.
That's like swamp ass, right? That's a swamp ass, right?
Swamp ass.
You swamp ass.
Ooh.
You dumb.
Oh my God.
Okay, what about you guys?
Damn, my video
Limits,
cut out.
ends.
The
what
limits.
are you-
I agree with Losa. I wouldn't do anything to get me penetrated, but I don't think I would vomit either. Like I don't know, man. There's a lot of things that turn me off too. So you know, this
Name your top.
they turn off.
Sorry to add a question to the question, but
Oh man, my top turn off
just
is
the one thing that is like, yo, you're cut.
Like-
when a girl gets too low on my balls.
Oh,
I thought you said you would do anything. She's
No,
not penetrating. You should
with that tongue might
toss in the
penetrate.
salad.
That's penetration. That tongue
No, it's not.
inserts.
You're just on the out. The
Nah, and
surface.
it's a turn off. It's everyone, you know. Like you like ramen noodles. I like yakisoba. So like that's just my.
So he's all
my
on
mouth will
noodle.
go where,
It wants to, right?
where it goes. Like my
I think
little
if
tongue
you're
will
paying attention enough to realize that she's going to your asshole, the head is not good enough.
Yeah, yeah.
You should be delirious. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Yes.
nah.
Some people don't like. They don't like anything close to that.
Yeah.
You don't like your
No.
Gucci lick,
Nah,
bro?
Nah.
Y'all
No, the
tripping.
Gucci is fine. I just don't like
That's
anything
close
lower than
enough.
that. But that's what I'm saying. Too lower than them because the distance from your asshole and your balls is like that much. It's like that much. So you know what I mean? Like the little bit of the tongue action. The tongue is pretty long. You know, you might get too much. So
Listen, let me just say.
He has no comment.
I'm just.
Look at King Takeshi.
You know, so What are you? What's going on?
Laughing,
I don't know if you like it.
Almost
or
you- almost
you
you
don't
leave
like
us.
getting your gooch licked.
No.
You tripping?
Listen, I've licked the gooch or two. You know what I'm saying?
But I do like the
I've-
tip of my dick lick, like the male clitoris, what they call it.
Oh,
It's like right
under the head?
right under the
Yeah,
head.
yeah,
Is
that's
the male
good,
clitoris.
yeah.
Like I like that
Wow,
much.
I'll cry.
When a girl gets like, I don't mind getting.
I buy
deep-throated.
anything.
Like
you know what I'm
I don't mind a girl deep throating me and all that stuff. But sometimes I just rather have her work that top. You know what I mean? Because it
Yo,
feels
it's
amazing.
The top
Just the
inch.
tip.
Yeah.
That
You know what I'm
shit
saying?
works.
Just
It feels
the-
amazing. It really
Yeah.
Top
does.
It's
inch,
really-
top inch and a half, top 2. Stay
And
there.
if her throat is not opened enough, it kind of hurts.
And
Because
then
it bends your dick. and
reintroduce the
shit.
whole.
You know
Whoa,
what I mean?
oh
It kind
my
of like the
goodness.
back and they like hurt.
just talking about an introduction.
Yeah.
I thought that was a question, but okay.
No, that's my limit. That's my limit.
So that's your limit. Your limit is no penetration and no ass play, no gooch.
Yeah, no
lick,
vomiting.
No vomiting.
What about you, Em?
Yep, coming to you.
No.
What's your limit?
Me.
Where do you
You
stop?
have a limit. Does
I don't
M have a
know.
limit?
I don't know. I wouldn't know unless
So
I
you
try,
so
right?
you like anal?
I don't. No, we need to practice. I can just
You gotta
say
warm it up.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
You can't
I
just
cannot
Damn,
straight in.
that means you've had a few bad experiences then.
Oh.
There's been some running.
Is that the
Is
noise?
that the
you
noise?
made?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
She was like, "Oh
You know, we need to practice. We need to practice. Then
You know, work it out a little bit.
Yeah,
I could see her in bed right now with a referee whistle on. Like, no, back up. Back.
I'm done.
Would
Let's
you ever
go.
smack someone if they did that without your permission? Like turn around, just
No, that would never happen.
Yeah.
Hell no.
that's
Hell
crazy.
So what do you do to defer that? Do you just tighten up?
Yeah.
We got a minute left, guys. We got a minute left.
Just finish it for the day.
You know
Do
what's
you
funny?
tighten up?
No.
when I
Listen, the whole concept of like anal
I
and
can't.
stuff, it really does depend on the man. And
Yep.
because if you get too excited and size, girth, everything, because I have, is that getting too detailed? But some people.
You may have to save it for next time.
Oh,
Yeah, we
shall
only
we
got
save it for
45
next? Oh,
seconds.
we only got 45
Jen's-
seconds. So next time,
Jen's anal
Jen's
experience.
anal experience.
Wing King, shout out to Wing King. Shout out to Cafe
Shout out-
Orleans.
Shout out to Wing King, Cafe Orleans.
That is a horrible
They
segue.
keep us going.
anal wing king
I apologize.
vomit wing
But
king.
without them, we wouldn't be here. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in on the Heat 76.1. I'm your girl, Jen. We will continue this conversation next Saturday.
It's your boy Will Make It, and make sure you got your Water Every Temptation out now.
2005 edition. Get that, John. Let's go.
King Takashi, I'm out.
DJ M.
What an episode. Oh my God.